What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, September 8th. Wednesday means New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means New Comic Book Haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee for another big old stack of books. And guys, this is only about half of it. So I've got a bunch of these to look at. Got some other goodies to look through as well. There's a bunch here. Gonna have to lightning round through some of this stuff. So let's get started. Starting off with Amazing Spider-Man number 73. The continuation, I think this is maybe the last part or the continuation of the Sinister War anyway. Again, still haven't read this series, but excited to catch up. Tech on Avengers number 2. I haven't read the first one yet, but Avengers and Mech Suits checks all my boxes. So one that I don't normally get is Conan the Barbarian. This is number 25 or Legacy number 300. I've been enjoying reading the Conan the Barbarian, the Marvel Years Omnibus from the 70s for my History of Marvel videos and tweets and Instagrams or whatever, so I thought that would be fun to check out a more modern comic. Daredevil number 34. I need to get caught up on this because I'm excited about Devil's Reign, the Devil's Reign storyline. I think it's going to be cool, so I got the A cover there, but I had to get the Miles Morales B cover as well just because that's super awesome. Extreme Carnage Toxin. I still haven't read any of this series yet, but I want to say maybe this is the last or one of the last issues connecting covers. I'm going to put them all together and see how it looks. Savage Avengers number 24. Still haven't read any of this series either, but they're there when I'm ready. Shang-Chi, I know that now thanks to the movie. Shang-Chi number 4. This is the Miles Morales variant as well. This is one of my favorite series from Marvel right now. This and probably Black Widow are maybe my top 2 favorites of the ones that I'm actively reading every month. So I'm super excited to check this out. Shang-Chi and the 5 Weapon Society versus the Fantastic Four. That's it for Marvel. Over on the DC side, we've got Batman 112, A Fear State. Still haven't read any of the tiny and stuff yet, but I've got them all from where I'm ready. This is the B cover. Batman Catwoman number 7, the Jim Lee cover. Still haven't read this one either, but I'm gonna get to it at some point. At this point, I might just wait for the whole thing to be out and then just binge it all at once. Black Manta number 1, the B cover. I'm not sure if I'm going to hang all the way through this, or maybe I'll just trade weight it, but I wanted to try out the first series anyway, just to see how it is. Blue and Gold number 2. The first one was really fun. I love these characters. I love them even better together. So let's see what hijinks they can get up into in this issue. Crush and Lobo number 4. I'm enjoying the series. I'm 1 issue behind, but I'm loving Crush in this. I'm loving Lobo. Let's see how it goes. Green Lantern number 6, the B cover. I'm enjoying this title for the most part. I'm ready. I feel like a lot's happened for the last issue or so. So I'm ready for some story to get going, but still a good read. And then the Green Lantern 2021 annual with the beautiful Jessica Cruz cover. I love that. Jessica Cruz is a Yellow Lantern. What? Let's see what happens. And Infinite Frontier number 6 of 6. I read this one today. I really enjoyed it. I still can't get my brain around a lot of the multiverse stuff because there's a lot of multiverse stuff going on. This does lead into, or this will lead into a new series coming out in November that I'm probably going to check out, so I'm really excited for that. The Joker Presents a Puzzle Box number 2. I didn't read the first one yet, but I'm interested in it, although all of these are available digitally, so with the amount of stuff I'm getting, I might just read these digitally. I'm not too sure, but I'm glad that I have these first 2. One that I did read last night as well that I love, The Nice House on the Lake number 4. We don't get any answers in this book, but we do get yet another mystery that is super intriguing. Guys, I cannot recommend this book highly enough. If you want a good horror book, check this one out. Suicide Squad number 7. I'm a few issues behind on this one as well. I may hop off this book here pretty soon. Not that it's bad, I just don't know that it's one that I need every single month. But I'm excited to read the exploits of Ambushbug. And then the Suicide Squad 2021 annual. Superboy, the Superboys, plural, on the cover. So we'll see what's up with that. And then one that I'm very excited about, Super Suicide Squad Get Joker number 2. I love these Treasury size books. The first one was awesome. Let's see what happens next. As for Image, it was a very light Image day, only 2 books. Ordinary Gods number 3. I haven't read the second one yet. The first one was alright. I may trade weight the rest of this, but I'm going to read through this to see if I should or not. And then one that I very much enjoyed the first issue of that I'm very much looking forward to this one, The Me You Love in the Dark. This one was, the first issue of this was, it was creepy, like it was spooky. It wasn't scary, but it was spooky, and I want to see if this continues that. As for the other indies, Search for Who, number 1. I think it's Who, not Hugh, right? Who. I don't remember the premise of this one, but when I heard it, it sounded awesome, and I pre-ordered it. We're going to try it out. Not All Robots, number 2. I love the simple cover of this one. I haven't read the first one yet, but I'm excited to try all these out. One that I really have been enjoying, and I am caught up on. See, I told you I read comics. Eve, number 5. I think this is the last... I'm not sure if this is the last issue or not. But 1 through 4 have been great. I wonder if Eve can save the planet. Masters of the Universe Revelation, number 3. This is the prequel series to the Netflix show, which I very much enjoyed. I didn't read the second one yet, but if nothing else, the cover on these are awesome. So I'm going to read the second, read this one, and see what happens for the fourth. Maze book number 1, I also don't remember what this one was about, but it sounded awesome when I heard about it, so I pre-ordered it, so I will find out. Locust number 3, I'm 1 issue behind on this. The first one was really cool though, so I need to get caught up, but I'm excited to do that. Deadbox number 1, a book about a haunted Redbox machine. That's all I needed to know to get this. And then the first issue of this I loved, The Last Book You'll Ever Read, number 2. The first one was also called The Last Book That You'll Ever Read, and I read more books past that, so I guess this is false advertising. But I really enjoyed the first one, and let's see how this one turns out. But that's not all for the individual issues. I dove deep into the dollar bins and picked up some goodies. I'm going to just kind of lightning around through these because there's another stack of them. Starting with Silver Sable, number 4. And number 5, although I already had this one and I forgot, so that one's a double. My bad. Silver Sable number 6 with Deathstroke. That's good. That's some good 90s goodness right there. And then number 7. And then number 17. So I guess I'm trying to get a Silver Sable run. Also went with Punisher War Journal number 14. I do have a good run of this. This was one that I was missing. Spider-Man. It was a no-brainer to get that one. So this one was totally on a whim. Micronauts number 49 and Micronauts number 50. I've never owned a Micronauts comic. I've never read a Micronauts comic. But I've always wanted to. So we'll see how these ones are. And then speaking of Micronauts, X-Men and the Micronauts number 2. Totally random. They didn't have any of the other ones, but that's okay. I just wanted to get this one anyway, just because it was sort of weird and wacky, and I wanted to try it out. Swordmaster number 1. I don't know much about this book, but I've heard about it. Sounds pretty interesting, so I thought I would try out number 1. And then one I don't even know. I don't have the first clue what this is about. We Stand on Guard from Image. This is number 1. For $1, I will try out any story that I've never heard of for $1. So this is going to be one of those. And then I got some DC books as well. I got some Action Comics annuals. I got annual number 3, which is part of the Armageddon 2001 event. I remember when this came out originally. I wasn't really into DC back then, but I would love to get all of these and read through all that story because I never have. And then Action Comics Annual 4, part of the Eclipso, The Darkness Within. I always wanted to read that as well. Never read the whole thing. Action Comics Annual number 5, part of the Bloodlines event. Action Comics Annual 6, which is an Elseworlds, which is all I needed to pick that one up. And Action Comics number 7, Year 1, like a Superman Year 1. I don't think I've read this before, but for $1, heck yeah. And then I got a few just Action Comics proper. Action Comics number 614, featuring Green Lantern. Action Comics 622, featuring Green Lantern. Action Comics 626, featuring Green Lantern. Do you see a pattern here? And Action Comics 634, featuring Green Lantern. I thought it would be cool to have some Action Comics featuring somebody else other than Superman, and Green Lantern is my second favorite DC hero, so I thought that would be cool to have. And then a little bit out of order, I got this one just because, although it's a little bit banged up. Marvel Team Up number 145, Spider-Man and Iron Man with Whiplash on the cover. I just thought it'd be cool. But guys, that is not everything. You know that I love to get more than just single issues on New Comic Book Day, and this week was no different. Couldn't help myself. I'm on a big Joshua Williamson kick right now. After reading Birthright, he wrote Infinite Frontier that I've been loving. He writes Robin that I've been loving. He's about to write Batman, which I'm probably going to love. So I figured I would pick up the first volume of Nailbiter. I read the first issue several years ago and loved it. And this is the first 5 or 6 issues. I can't resist these Image trades that are just $10. This was $10, and I want to say it's the first 5 issues, or it may be 6. But for $10, you can't beat that. I've never read this. I cannot wait to try it. And then also one that I've always wanted to read that I never have, Deadly Class. This is the first trade paperback as well. Another $10 trade. You can't beat these from Image. This is the first, again, 5 or 6 issues. I'm not real sure. I've always wanted to check this out. I've never read any of this, so I'm excited to crack that open. I also picked up the Treasury size hardcover of Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity. I don't really know the story of this. I almost bought it when it came out monthly. I decided to wait. I'm glad I did, because now I've got this nice hardcover. It seems creepy and spooky. I can't wait to try it out. And then, you guys know that I like to go big on New Comic Book Day, so I picked up the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man Omnibus. This collects the adjectiveless Spider-Man, numbers 1 through 14, and then number 16, because he didn't do 15. And this was his whole run on the adjectiveless Spider-Man. I have all these in single issues. I actually have multiple copies of some of them, but the art in those is so good, I couldn't pass up an omnibus, a nice hardcover, although it's not really that thick. I mean, that's a pretty thin omnibus, but this should really just be more like an oversized hardcover. But I couldn't pass this one up. I had to go with the black costume cover because I love Spidey in the black costume. That's not all. Also, Volume 3 of the Fantastic Four Omnibus. This is just the good old Stan Lee, Jack Kirby issues, collecting Fantastic Four 61 through 93. I have read all of these. I've covered the entire Fantastic Four run up to issue 107, I think, in my History of Marvel videos and posts. So I've already read all of these, but I had to have it in omnibus form because I just thought that would be cool. I have the first 2 too. Doesn't stop there, though. I had to keep going with that and actually got Volume 4 of the Fantastic Four Omnibus as well. This collects number 94 through 125. So, when the Fantastic Four comes back around in my History of Marvel rotation, I'm going to crack this bad boy open. I think I'll be on issue 108. So, I'm excited to break this open and continue on. So, guys, that is pretty much it. Another awesome New Comic Book Day. Another awesome haul. I appreciate you watching, guys. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you picked up this week. Did you get any omnibuses, hardcovers, dollar issues, treasury editions, anything, whatever you have, just let me know. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. And guys, remember, comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. The great thing about comics is there's a ton of them, and it's super easy to find something you like, and it's super easy to ignore the things that you don't. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.